The International Baccalaureate Scholar Award honors a student who exemplifies the qualities of the IB learner profile: inquirer, thinker, communicator, risk-taker, knowledgeable, principled, caring, open-minded, balanced, and reflective. And the IB attitudes: appreciation, commitment, confidence, cooperation, creativity, curiosity, empathy, enthusiasm, independence, integrity, respect, and tolerance. In addition to the award, the recipient will be honored by speaking at the graduation ceremony. The International Baccalaureate Scholar Award goes to John Grayson.
To get to know John Grayson as a talented art student in my classroom and as his advisor. I've witnessed him take on everything St. Mary's had to offer with boundless energy and excitement. I respect him so much for the selfless way he leads his life for others, and I find myself aspiring to be like him in so many ways. Please welcome John Grayson.
A.A. Milne once said, "How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." That couldn't be more true today for us. Now, whether you joined the St. Mary's family early on, or you've just been here for the past few years, the thing is, we have grown up together, supported each other, fought a little, but loved and laughed a lot. And I will never forget these memories. And I will take a little of you all with me as we continue the next step of our adventure of life. And I think it's safe to say that in our time here at St. Mary's, we have all been pushed out of our comfort zones. You know, it's not easy being Thomas Edison in 3rd grade, memorizing poetry with Miss Galloway, or making that Washington Monument project with Miss Field. Sorry. We have been risk takers, and we have conquered our fears. And now, whether dissecting squids, zooming along zip lines, or just speaking in front of large audiences, it has challenged us, and it has inspired us to grow. All the middle school teachers here have worked so hard to inspire us. They have a way of making learning fun. And now I realize how lucky we are to have had teachers with lots of passion. Mr. Miller definitely has passion for music. Now, who would have known that a cowbell in the hands of an artist could keep a band together so well? And who knew that also Miss Boucher, I think about her, with our class competitions in pre-algebra, OG Block, inspiring us. And then also Miss Hume, with her passion for Snoopy, but also teaching us how to love writing. And also Mr. Bergasso, who made the pilgrimages of the Canterbury Tales come to life, and also while spearheading the Model United Nations programs, taught us the importance of hand motions. And our Fearless Spring musical director, Mrs. Galarpi, who was brave enough to take more than 80 kids in our spring musical this year. It inspired us to become confident, not only on our St. Mary's stage, but also on the world stage. And I think that one of the most amazing experiences that we've had here in 8th grade was our Washington, D.C. trip. That was a trip of a lifetime. And not just learning about our great country, but also learning about ourselves and our friends. I I found the Vietnam War Memorial especially touching. Seeing the names on the wall really made it come alive for me. And also seeing the sacrifice of these men and women for our country. But not only were the war memorials memorable, so were the teachers in getting to know their fun and playful side. One of those memories I have was the Mr. Cox fried chicken eating challenge. Now imagine yourself in the famous Mickey Tavern, on the footsteps of Monticello. Now here, this famous tavern, the objective was simple. Who could eat the most fried chicken in the least amount of time? Now, I think this challenge was memorable, but especially for one of the students. This contestant was so close to victory, but he threw victory out the window. Now let me clarify. He threw up out the window. Now, to this day, Matthew can't look at a piece of fried chicken without getting queasy. Being able to experience the lighter side of our teachers really did come in handy a few months later. And I remember, we asked our math teacher, Mrs. Fox, to be partners in crime with us. There was a student that had been gone from school for quite a few weeks, and we begged Ms. Fox to give the student a giant pack of papers and say, "This is what we covered when you were gone." When this teacher saw the look on our student's face, that look was priceless. Sorry, Jake. We had fun with that. Now, one of the big things that I feel that I learned at St. Mary's was to be responsible and accountable. Now, knowing all this, you can imagine the horror that I felt when I came home one night in September and realized that my dog ate my homework. Now, let me clarify and emphasize this again. My dog ate my homework. Now, this was not just any homework. No. This was homework from Miss Fowler. Knowing that I couldn't show up to class with nothing in my hands, I realized I had to get to school early and talk with her. You can imagine I didn't sleep very well that night. And I got to school early that day, and I sat by her door and waited, and waited, and waited. And when she came, we went inside, and we actually had a really good conversation. But way more important than was not turning in homework was the ability to find courage inside of me to talk to a teacher that at the time scared me to death. I've always had a tremendous interest in science. And as I look back, I realize how inspired I was by my science teachers. Ms. Volkman made science come alive for me. Ms. Williams, with the egg drop projects and the rocket launchers. But in 6th grade, Ms. Bratcher, we heard about a video contest with the topic of saving the ocean. And me and my friend Matthew, we created a movie, and not even realizing it, we didn't think we would win, but we put it into the competition, and we won. And when we won that together, I learned that what we could create was good, and that people would like our work. And that gave me confidence to go on to make other movies. And I don't think I would have ever found my talent and my love for making movies. Thank you, Ms. Bratcher. And also for Mr. Glarpy, who's fueled that passion and inspired me to go on and to try new things with my cameras, and taught me the power of film. Thank you. I now realize how blessed we are to have had teachers that are so approachable and with kind hearts. Ms. Taylor was right. Ms. Williams, you do have a unique passion and a unique gift for teaching 8th graders. I am so grateful to have gotten to know all my teachers inside and outside of the classroom. Ms. Sexton, Senor Valdez, the PE teachers, Pastor Mark, and my advisor, Ms. Dennis. Thank you so much. I have been able to lean against these people, and I've been able to talk to them in hard times, and have been able to find guidance. Pastor Mark. Pastor Mark, you are a blast. I love watching you in the courtyard. You know every single student's name in school on this campus. And it is really special to know, to be addressed by a teacher by your first and last name, and even your middle name too. And you have reminded us how much God loves us and how much He has a great plan for our lives. And also, God bless you, Pastor Mark. I can't imagine that getting these 3 girls to school at 7 a.m. every Monday for chapel practice is his idea of a relaxing Monday morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I realized how blessed I am at St. Mary's. And I realize also how blessed I am to have amazing teachers, students, and friends. Now, not only is graduation a time of reflecting and looking back, but it's also a time to be excited for the future. Right now, we have assembled the next generation of leaders. And based on what we have learned here at St. Mary's, these extraordinary men and women will go out into the world. The world's doctors, lawyers, teachers, scientists, artists, philosophers, or even our nation's next president could well be here in this room. And now, we thank you, fellow students, faculty, staff, parents, and families, for helping us walk through the doors of tomorrow with confidence and boldness. We don't think we might succeed here. With determination and God shining His light on us, we know together we will succeed.
Okay, now how am I going to compete with that? John, that was incredible. Thank you very much.